little backwards audio gets it all kicked off. It is the Jimmy Moore Show podcast, show 171. I'm your host, Southside Steve. That is one Brett Barney, who usually drinks about now. He's a bearded man. I look to see no alcohol, no water.
Oh, yeah. What's up with that?
Water.
Oh, he's got it. Okay.
Oh, I'm hitting water, baby.
Where's your booze?
Downstairs, probably. I don't know. I got stuff I got to do after this. Got family coming in town tomorrow, so back to cleaning.
All right. And our co-host, one Evan Brando, otherwise known as Brando to many, Evan Brandonicio to his mama. All right, gentlemen, we're getting it kicked off. I got a lovely gift. I don't know if you saw, I put it up on the socials. I have now got Yeah Come On Coca-Cola, Yeah Come On and Coke glasses. So it's like, and it's called Look Out for Number One. If you're a regular guys listener, back to the days of 96 Rock and Rock 100.5, I came up, they wanted a theme song for each one of us, and I chose Staying Alive with John Travolta, directed by one Sylvester Stallone, and the song was Look Out for Number One. You know, and these guys remembered that, and it's kind of funny because, you know, Jack and Coke has number 7, and I'm pouring. So I guess I'm look out for number 1, but I thought it was just a nice gesture, and it's the boys that talk about our podcast, Whiskey Wisdom. They're good dudes.
I was curious about this when I saw the picture because, Yeah Come On's in Tennessee now, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So you're stepping into the ring with Jack Daniels there. You're going into Jack's backyard.
That's that's the arena.
The first thing you poke is an old number 1 instead of old number 7. I'm like, you're the guy in prison that walked up and just hit the biggest man in the mouth.
Biggest guy in the yard.
You're right. That's what you do. That's what you do. There's no pussyfooting around. You know what, man? I've got Jack Daniel's statue down my hallway. I'm looking at it right now. Very soon, we'll have a Southside Steve statue with a ponytail to go into bars saying, yeah, come on.
Oh, man, you got to put a wig inside the statue so somebody can come up and yank it from behind.
Well, there you go.
Or make that like the vending machine. Oh, my God. If we could turn you. Okay, I'm just like, my mind's going slot machine right now with the ponytail coming around.
Well, hey, that's what my company does. We make slot machines. So, you know, you got a guy.
Okay, that we have got to get together, gentlemen, personally, and not discuss our business dealings on a podcast, because I think there's something here. I will say that we have got a special treat on the Yeah Come On podcast tonight, and that is celebrating one Evan Brandonicio's birthday. Cheers. He is no longer, and I remember mine, when you leave the 20s and you enter the 30 zone, it's a different zone. You're not old. It's nothing crazy. You've just left the 20s, and that's a weird monumental birthday.
Big deal. So I'm not technically 30 yet, but I will be. And like you said, it's going to be different, right?
Yeah,
and
it is. I had a big 30th birthday. I know where I did mine. You know, I took a bunch of pictures. I got pictures of it, with the girl I was dating at my parents. And I went to the Hard Rock, and I was in bed with them doing, promotions and stuff. So they gave me a huge VIP room and did that. And then the following year I did my birthday there, and I had a rocker there and Emmanuel Lewis, Little Webster, and we had a band, and some of the Collective Soul guys were there. So, I tried to do mine big. You can do it big, or you can do it around family and loved ones. It just depends on where you are and how monumental it is.
Yeah, I think I'm kind of splitting the difference. I'm doing a bit, not like a big outing. I think we're gonna do just like a big party at the house or something.
All right.
I'll holler when we figure out those plans. And then we'll probably go out. Like we'll probably do a party one night and go out, like hit bars and stuff another night, like nice dinner, that kind of thing.
Well, there you go. That's good. I did something big on 30, 40, and 50.
Yeah, that makes sense.
60, I'm going to stay home and cry.
Yeah.
Oh, not too far away from that either. We'll be having that podcast next week.
Hold on.
Got him.
Pause 1 second. I've got to give you a dick. So true. I'm 2 years out, Brett Barney, you chuckler.
Brett, what'd you do for your 30th, Brett?
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I know I got golf balls. I don't know. Birthdays aren't that big to me. I'm just like, whatever. Just another day.
But it's like Steve and I like the pageantry.
I celebrate more like Halloween than I probably do my own birthday.
Well,
most
dude.
times, yeah. But 30?
It's big.
30's big.
I'll tell you the big ones. 18, no, 16. 16, even though it's more for a girl sweet 16, but I celebrated mine big time. 16, I blew up 16, 18, 21, not so much because I was legal at 18. Then I blew up 25, 30, 40, and 50. I had a party at Wild Bill's, which unbeknownst to me was the last night of Wild Bill's when I had my party. So we sold tickets to that. You know, it was through the radio station. So radio's assisted me on two of my big ones, big time. You know, and it helps. Depends on what you do for a living, what your connections are, you know, and how big you can do it. Or do your friends mark out for you and realize that this is huge and do something?
That's a great question too.
Yeah, but Brett Barney, obviously, you know, you took a shot at me. I'll be 60 in 2 years. So nobody gives an F about you. So your brother came and gave you some golf balls and you're
No, Kara did. I was
Oh.
trying to remember. Like,
Ah.
that's like the last thing I remembered, like about 30.
All right. Well, cheers to Kara now that you brought her up.
Yeah, man.
I don't remember. I just don't remember much at 30.
How old are you now?
I'm 34.
Holy shit.
It was
Yeah.
4 years ago and you can't remember it?
Here are
Yeah. I
Here are
remember
my-
32
All right. Well, that's good. I mean,
because that was right when the pandemic started.
oh,
no, that sucked.
here are my burning questions. I'm about to exit my 20s. What do I need to do before I turn 30, both as an accomplishment and also once I turn 30, I will no longer, like, I'll be too old to do this.
Sex with a man.
Sex with a man. Okay, I gotta squeeze that in. Check it off. I'm gonna text some guys, put some feelers out there.
See who's interested in you. You never know. You might even be able to turn a hetero. You don't know till you try.
I'm not gay, but I last pretty long, so it's not bad.
Well, there you go. I would say goals. You should have in your 20s run down anything you want to run down. Again, I don't think guys should get married in their 20s. Dead set against it. I would tell my sons don't do it. I say early 30s max is the earliest you should think about it. You need to have a good time. You need to go and row with your boys because marriage changes things. There's somebody to tell you what to do, and they do care about what you do. And you better have figured out what you want to do for a living. So I would almost tell guys, don't get married till you're at least 35. That would be the earliest. So if you have anything on your shag list, like say a type of person or, you know, or maybe even a dominatrix, maybe she's on your list or you've never been before, or maybe you want to sleep with somebody of another race. Maybe that's on your list.
I've never met with someone taller than me. I think that counts. That would be one I'd like to check off.
All right, then you need to hook up with a volleyball player or if
Gotta find me a volleyball player. I just bought a volleyball, so this is perfect.
There you go, volleyball player.
I was gonna start playing volleyball, so this is great.
Or show up and follow women's professional basketball and try to run one of them down. You know, they'll be
Good
tall.
luck. Sorry.
Well, there's always one.
I mean-
There's always one that'll like you. But we're so bad. So I would that would be one thing. It would be nice if you had lived wherever you wanted to live. The 20s is also, if you're going to bounce around, this is the time to do it.
So I got to move to a new place because I love Atlanta, but I have always wanted to live somewhere else for a little while. Whether that's like Seattle or Chicago or LA or another big city, right?
Tell me how you vote without telling me how you vote.
I hear San Francisco's nice this time of year.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hey, here's what you do. Just go to any one of those places because they tolerate homeless. You'll have it great. You'll have 3 meals a day. You can live anywhere you want to live. Pitch a tent. It'll be beautiful. So have at it and do it for 2 months. And please, God, talk to us and let us meet all your new homeless friends in those cities. Then I can see up close and personal how hellish it is. But that's just
Yeah,
me.
it sounds like a real nightmare.
I would think so. You picked 3 cities that I won't travel to at the moment. I will, but I'm going to go to certain areas. I'm not just going to go willy-nilly because I don't want to deal with crap. Literally crap on the street. But that's my opinion. That's just my opinion. So yeah, I would say you need to live wherever you want to live. Again, I said have sex with whoever you want to have sex with.
Mhm.
Career is not necessarily the thing. If you can pull that off by the end of your 20s, you're great.
I like my job a lot
Good.
right now. I just got a new one like a month ago, and I'm super into it. So
All right.
that's
Okay.
good. You know, I did the
Really
radio
good.
thing, still technically do it. Obviously do this podcast with you fine gentlemen. So
Thank you.
know,
Thank you.
got that
No,
piece.
yeah, I would say you've done a lot in the radio. You and Brett both. I'm proud of both of you on what you've done in radio and where all you've worked, and the fact that you guys have been in demand. I mean, there's people not asking you to leave. There's people asking you to work for them. I mean, my God, I think Brett has worked for every station in Atlanta.
I'm a whore. I'm a
You
whore.
are. You're the radio whore.
I'm a whore.
But you know you're good at what you do, which
And
is
I'm cheap.
and you're cheap.
And
you,
he's cheap.
cheers to being cheap. But yeah, so I would say those things, Evan. And so location does matter, travel matters. If you haven't backpacked Europe or gone and been a ski bum for a summer or whatever, those are the times to do it. But it may have
Got
passed
like 2 weeks.
yeah, it may have passed you by only because you may have found your career. I found my career at 27.
Mhm.
You just never know. But I think the time to find a career is from 25 to 35.
Okay. All right. So I got a little time on that in case I don't like what I'm doing. But
Then you find a woman that's going to deal with whatever it is. It's like
Oh.
anything. There's so many things. My wife met me, you know, and I own motorcycles, but she did get me off of them. But I will tell you, if there's anything you want or anything you enjoy, you better damn sure have it before you meet the one, because you're not going to get approval to buy those things. So get your toys soon. If you're going to have any, whatever you're into, doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be expensive. Just whatever you like to do, whether it's snowboarding, tennis, whatever.
just bought a volleyball.
Just bought a volleyball. Establish that. So that's my advice. What would you say to him, Brett? Somebody that just turned 34. I mean,
So I really care about Evan, so I went online and boosted a list.
Okay. All right. I really
It's pretty
appreciate
good,
you
though.
doing the work.
Travel as much as you can.
Okay.
Always have Pedialyte or something of that, you know, on deck at the house, or maybe
That's good.
like keep one at your
I saw
keep on your bag, or you know.
quick
at
story
your,
about
at
that.
your workplace, if they have a refrigerator, let people know that you're ready to act proper.
I forgot Pedialyte was for more than just hangovers. I saw like a baby with Pedialyte, and I was like, "Hell yeah, little dude, nice! I bet you had a crazy night."
Dude, kids get milk drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, you see it. So Liz says, get your freak on. Your clock is ticking, but don't settle for a guy just because of that.
I
Nice.
Pay more attention to how your body reacts to food.
okay.
This is for advice for when you turn 30.
Okay.
I'll
all
tell
right.
you this. I probably in my life have only ever taken Tums, I don't know, 4 times in
That's
my life.
crazy.
There's
the
a
amount
few
you drink
weekends ago.
and have drank.
Yeah, I had hot wings and bourbon. I took 5 Tums in one day. Hadn't done that in my life.
Not supposed to do that. I don't think.
I don't
Wow.
either. But I like that. You should know what upsets your stomach. Like I knew, even though I loved it, and I only did it a few times, but Dairy Queen, I couldn't have that double cheeseburger, chili dog, vanilla shake, French fry combo without needing a bathroom within 42 minutes.
That makes sense.
So yeah, know what throws you off. That's good. I like that. You should have a body check. You should know at this point what turns you on and what turns you off as far as your body reaction. I like that.
Dude, Steve, I will totally out eat you. Like, who can eat the most varsity
Oh,
Without-
it's you, Brett. You're
without
built for that.
without going to the bathroom?
Oh,
Like
now
we just
I get it now.
that's the fantasy football loss. We have to eat a new meal each hour from the menu, and you get to
Right.
hang out in the varsity, but you can't use the bathroom.
Can't. Okay.
Cannot.
Okay. All right. I'll be honest with you. Those orange shakes, they stop me up. So, dude, I will
No,
I'll put an orange plug in and I'll be fine. Go ahead.
Facebook, no one really cares about it. That's something you learn when you get older. Days feel longer, but decades feel shorter.
Oh,
Oh, that was good.
that's
Yeah.
good. That's deep.
I think that was actually the highlighted one. And then it said, just a reminder of all the people who have died before even reaching 30. And think how much they accomplished, and you haven't, including Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, Amy Winehouse, Janis Joplin, Aaliyah, Tupac Shakur, Heath Ledger,
I have
Jim
done just as
Morrison,
much as Tupac
Buddy
Shakur. Thank you
Holly,
very much.
James Dean, Avicii, Otis Redding, Selena, Hank
Otis
Williams,
and I were like the same.
Richie Valens, Sid
Dude,
Vicious.
I love the 27 club. You jumped on that for a minute.
I was
That's
too late. for
immediately what I
27
thought of.
Club.
Think
Look,
about
man.
how much they've done and you have not. You're on this podcast with me, the whore.
And
My
me.
advice, the thing I have learned today is that if you don't die young, you will live too long.
Okay.
Is that what I'm picking up from Brett?
There is something to be said going out hot, wrinkle free, looking cool, looking athletic, right there where your sweet spot. There was a point in time where I knew I was in my sweet spot, probably at 42, 44, still athletic, still looking good, still pulling 22, 21-year-olds. And that was probably the height of my game, maybe 38 to 42. Some people hit it earlier, some people hit it later. But I do think there's a sweet spot that if you went out then, people would talk about you like rock star. There's something to be said about dying or dying right in your prime.
No, if you die in your prime, you get a drink named after you, even if it's just among your friends, something like that, right? What do you mean? Don't shake your head, Brett.
Okay, first off, John Daly, drink, still alive and awesome.
I'm not saying it's square rectangle. You can do other stuff to get a drink named after you, but if you die young and gloriously, you get a drink named after you.
Yeah, maybe at your local hangout or your
something
local
like
bar.
that. Yeah,
I can get that.
I don't think they're doing new drinks anymore. I think we got it.
Yeah, I don't know of any new ones. I'll be honest with you. I'm coming up with names just what I can mix with legends. Yeah, come on, bourbon.
Yeah.
But no, I understand. I get that. It's a moment to reflect. I will say, both of you, my opinion, that are on this podcast, I definitely approved of you coming on, Evan. I handpicked Brett, but I saw guys that were up and coming that didn't have huge egos, but had a good work ethic, or were creative. That would be you, because your work ethic hasn't always been what it should be, Evan. But
I'm on medication now for it. It's fine.
Thank the Lord. But great writers, great thought processors, and in an industry that's not that easy, where you got to put in your time. I've seen what you dudes have done, so I think both have done well to be 30 and 34. And Brett, you've already crossed over, dude. You're married, you found the one, so you're definitely headed in the right direction. And Evan, you got to live in, so you just got to figure if she's the one or not.
I always said I wasn't getting married till I was 30, so
all right.
Now I gotta make a decision.
I just know people would always be like, "How'd you get into this industry?" And I'm like, "They're like, do you kiss a lot of ass or what?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm just hoping to see the balls."
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even near there yet. I'm still climbing up the pant leg.
No, you do that, and for somebody like me, after 30 years and being on probably definitely the rawest, more nastiest show and I would say in history in the South, not just Atlanta, the regular guys. I mean, that's probably my shining star as far as, but it was an Opie and Anthony show more than it even was a Howard Stern show. But it's the one thing that put me there. You look for the one thing that can put you there. And it was a combination of some very talented people in the studio coming from various directions in different backgrounds. And being the guy that people live through vicariously, that's what's carried me over. But now I'm in a start over situation. You're in a start over situation, Evan, but you found something you like. I'm on my Fox FM, but I'll tell you, they increased the signal strength. You guys check it out in Atlanta. 102.1 is banging now. I had it clear as a bell in my driveway.
Oh, nice.
But then I drove around and it got crackly on me. But everybody in Atlanta, we had a guest on today from one of the tribute bands, and he said, "Dude, I came out of Roswell and it was crystal clear the whole way."
That's
so
awesome.
We doubled our signal.
We didn't even have that with Rock 100.5.
No, and I can tell you, I listened to 100.5. Now it's 99X. That damn thing crackles in my neighborhood. So it's not the greatest of all signals. So now I'm just looking to take over the state, with Middle Georgia and somebody that's going to buy it up. But I'm running for office again. I had it easy for a few years. And Brett, the hustle's on for you. You seem to get a gig, walk away from it, get another gig, but you're in demand, but it's like we're all searching to find our spot. And can the podcast, blow up? Does the right person see it, share it, and blow up? But I will tell you, podcasting works. And I know this because Adam Carolla is getting a divorce, and that crazy ass wife of his wants $47,000 a month. That's what she's going after. Which
That
tells-
man show money, baby.
That's man show money and his podcast money. I mean, he kills it. And the Dr. Drew stuff, that's his podcast. But I'm like, man, Corolla's got 47 to blow a month to an X. My good God. So you just never know what's going to happen. Is it about money? Is it about happiness? That's the other question you have to ask yourself at 30, because 30 is the thinking point. In real life, I say you're a third through your life. I think people are living longer. I think you got to believe you can hit 90. So I would say you're a third in.
I think I'm about a third of the way. That makes, I think I think I'm a 90, a realistic 90 with, with the way I drink, but also with the modern technologies getting better and better. I'll probably get about 90 in me.
I'm going to die at 85 to 88. I might make it to 94. I'm hoping for 95. I ain't going to kid you, with my kids around my bed, which would be in their 40s then. I can handle that. Brett, I hate it. I just see your lifestyle and I see the way you are.
Dude, I'm going out early, baby.
Yeah, 56, man.
I punched the time clock. I know.
57 to 62. We lose.
I'll take those odds. Did you
Yeah.
Price is right me?
But Brett, that's good, because I may still be alive and I will speak at your funeral. It'll be great. It'll be awesome.
You're going to get up there and be like, we told him. We called it.
You know what? I talked to him to his face on the podcast and told him. Good news is, I hope I'm saying, we just did a podcast last week. It was Brett's last one.
Yeah.
I'll take this crap into the ground.
That's going to be the one that takes off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's gonna be the
171, I was
That's
like,
gonna be
Babe
the
Ruth
one.
pointing at the grandstands. I just knew.
Can you imagine going, it's show 1,890. I started adding that up while I was putting my kid to bed. I'm like, how long have we been doing the Yeah Come On podcast? And what was our first date, our first show? Because you add it up, we're over 3 years in, based on 50, 2 weeks a year.
2019, right? Like late 2019. I didn't join until 2022.
Yeah, you're a newcomer. You're a
Newcomer.
Yeah. And while we're figuring that out, Brett, I just want to thank a few sponsors of the Yeah Come On podcast. That would be Circle285.com. That's where you go to get an insurance quote. That is both for business and personal, especially if you got young drivers or you need an umbrella like me because you got young kids. Ridgeline Counseling, Dr. David Markwell. Go to markwelltherapy.com. We stand firmly behind Ridgeline Counseling. I personally have done 18 sessions with the man. He's brilliant. You going through a rough spot, you talk to David Markwell. Legends, Yeah Come On Bourbon Whiskey, drinking it right now. Got our 1 year coming up, boys, and I want the podcast there as well as my morning show. And I can give you the date. I think we're going with August 17th. August 17th. Mark it out. July 9th was our 1 year, but I just need time. I've got a tribute band, a little Skinnerd, and they're literally called Skin. I called it Skin Flute this morning, and I knew I was wrong, but
It's not Skin Flute.
What?
A band did not name themselves that.
No, it's not that.
I mean, maybe a band I played on the local show was called that, but
it's a Skinnerd cover band, a Skinnerd tribute band, and the dude is spot on. He's barefoot. He's built like him, looks like him, sounds like him. He also played Lindsey Buckingham in a Fleetwood Mac tribute band for years. Rumors.
Cool.
He was in Rumors. So the dude is so talented, and he was on our morning show this morning. And I'll be down in Fayetteville actually Saturday night at the Ville, and we'll have the AC/DC tribute, which is Back in Black, and Pandora's Box, which is Aerosmith. So we just had him on just to talk about tribute bands, their effect, cover bands, how that's the future, because all the guys we love are dying off or hate each other.
right.
Yeah. And one other person I want to mention, just because I'm in his corner, that would be joebees.com. Go to JOEBEES.com to get your bee pollen. And lastly, Ted Jenkins and everything he's involved in, especially Oxygen Financial and Invest with Roots. Those are some of the people in our corner. And we're back, and we're keeping Evan as long as we can. I understood that you may have to bail on us. You have a birthday party to go to?
I'm going to a cabin, so I got to get packed up and get out of here.
What cabin? Where's it located?
Near not Cartersville, Clarkston.
Brett,
Somewhere near Helen.
That
Near
sounded
Helen.
fake.
It sounds fake. It's near Helen.
sounds like you're making it up to get off the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And,
I think it is in.
I will. Hey, I'll tell you what. If it's not
it's
fake,
in Bic, Sharpie.
Chick-fil-A
Pilot.
cup.
It's in Convo, Basics,
It's
Quaker, Atlanta, and off of SS Drive. Yeah.
Who could forget about the glass ibuprofen cabin?
Yeah, and don't forget to stop at Bucky's and get a Donald Trump.
Yes.
Oh.
And the secret password at the door is obviously, yeah, come on. So there you
I'll
have it.
tell you what, right here, right now, if I was lying, I will not have a picture to post here.
All right.
But if I wasn't lying, then there will be a picture here of me and some friends at a cabin.
All right, I want the picture of you at the cabin. And right now, I also want you put up the picture of Amanda right now.
Yes.
This is Amanda.
This is hilarious.
This is what she's wearing to bed tonight. She has to wear it 3 nights out of the next 7. She's doing a sleep test. And I used to date a girl that worked at Northside Hospital that ran the sleep center. And I would go in there just to hang out with her while people were literally asleep. There'd be like 4 or 5 people in beds, and it'd be all quiet and dark, and get it. And my wife doesn't have to do that. Now they give you all the equipment. You got to return it, and they hook you up to monitors, and you sleep in your own bed. And she's just monitoring her sleep. She hasn't been sleeping well. She wakes up, can't get back to sleep. So
Wait, do you sleep in the bed with her, or does she have to stay in like are you in the guest room or on the couch tonight?
Right now I'm going to go guest room. I'm going to give her the room and let her do her thing. But I told her I got to sleep next to you. I said, I would love to have sex with all that stuff on you. But I don't know that she's for that. She's really tired all the time. So it's come to the point that we're like, well, let's figure it out. What's going on? So she's going to get tested for the next week, but this is the equipment she's wearing. It scared my son. He was like, Mama, what's wrong? Are you okay? Are you sick? I was dying.
You're like, yeah.
Yeah, Mommy don't feel no goods. So Mommy's got the equipment on. So no, it is not her sexiest evening here at the Rickman household, but I just wanted people to see that picture. She even told me, don't put that on socials. You can put it on your podcast. That's it. And I'm like, okay.
Well, on that, it sounds like Steve is not getting finished off. But maybe
not.
Brett can give you a hand.
I've got y'all. I can finish.
Oh
you
my
guys off.
God. I am guessing, and I'm just going to say it. Evan, you got your girlfriend. You're probably selfish. You probably masturbate more than you should. I think
Definitely.
I think you get laid once a week, right?
Yeah, about.
Brett, I think you're having sex 4 to 5 nights a week. I think your wife is a freak, and I
don't think Brett wants it that much.
That could be a Tuesday, baby. Just depends on work schedules.
My man.
I mean, there is no doubt when you see them, you're like, Brett's getting laid.
My thing is, I masturbate a ton because I don't want to inconvenience the other person.
No,
they're probably busy. They got their own stuff going on,
You know what? And I make a weird face.
It's polite.
It's just the right thing to do.
It's the right thing to do.
Oh, Evan, I'll give you one that somebody told me when I turned 30. They said the older you get, the longer you last in bed. So it's really good. And I just looked right at the guy and I was like, bro, I ain't got fucking time for that.
I'm moving up to a full 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We're shaking and moving.
You're
what
on
am
the
I,
clock.
Sting? Come on now.
I mean,
all right, finish me off now.
By the way, I got something for you. 4 years, 4 months, 10 days exactly.
Is what?
Oh, damn.
This
all right.
podcast, 4 years, 4 months, 10 days.
Happy podcast.
4 years, 10 months,
4 years,
4 months,
4 months, 10 days.
55 burgers.
55. Yes.
Steve, if you haven't watched I Think You Should Leave, it's a sketch comedy show on Netflix. Highly recommend.
All right, I'll have to check that
Brett
out.
and I both love it.
I will tell you too. We've had some people that have been with us the entire time, and we have super fans. I even want to drop the bomb, and I know he'll say something. That's why I'm mentioning. But Chris Porto, my neighbor, who likes to give me crap, he's 35 years old, and he's already got 2 kids and wife, and she's from Australia. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. And here I am, 58, partying with him. But he and his father used to listen to me. And he's become the hugest podcast fan of us. Talks about you dudes. He loves the Come On show. So,
well, if he or anybody else has any advice for me before I turn 30, please.
All right.
Is he the same one I graduated high school with?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Dude.
He used,
That's
he
funny.
used to buy me beer with his fake ID in high school.
There
Nice.
you go.
I didn't realize that was your neighbor.
No, it is my neighbor. Y'all both went to the same. And what was the high school?
Blessed Trinity. I didn't realize he was your neighbor.
Which tells me you're both rich kids. God bless.
He used to buy us beer and then we'd go sit in the church parking lot and get drunk.
That's Chris. Chris, I hope you appreciate
did
it.
not know that at all.
All right, you need
That's
to come
awesome.
over.
Tell him I said what's up.
No, you need to come over and get drunk with him, but you're not allowed to bring any weapons,
knife?
your car, or
Okay. Okay, that's a fair deal. Actually, I wouldn't with him. We played a lot of Ultimate Frisbee together. He's good, good people. I like
All
him.
right.
All right. Toronto Police Headquarters is officially closing their blank. Toronto Police Headquarters is officially closing their blank.
I want to say
Moose.
jail.
Moose Mounted Division. The Mounties that ride the moose.
You guys are both off. It's their bar. A
What?
licensed, fully stocked bar was inside of a lounge for senior officers at the Toronto Police Services headquarters.
That's
It's now being
awesome.
closed after an officer entered the lounge hours before being charged with impaired driving on duty.
Oh, all right. You know what? That's my kind of cop. Pull me over because you've been drinking for me drinking, and we may just hug it out and let each other go their own way. There's a shot on the table if the officer's drunk. Just saying.
Yeah, I think I'm pissed at him if I'm the other officers. Like, he's getting a sock party. Just saying.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you ruined it for
You
everybody.
ruined it. He's the one guy. Hey,
Oh,
it's
no,
just
no.
a few bad apples.
I would give him a choice. I'm like sock party or up against the wall naked with 4 or 5 of us with paintballs and give you like multiple swords across your back and your butt. And what
Well,
else? Or shave him into a landing strip and make him go home to his wife. Give him a landing strip. And if he's got hair on his chest, the landing strip starts at his neck and goes all the way down to his nether regions. It's an international strip. Just saying. Go.
Ohio plastic surgeon banned from practicing medicine after blank. Ohio plastic surgeon banned from practicing medicine after blank.
After
Realizing
removing somebody's
yeah.
penis. So
after realizing nobody in Ohio is qualified to be a doctor.
after removing somebody's penis by
Wow.
mistake.
Streaming botched surgeries on TikTok.
That's so fucking funny.
Why would they get on him for that? He's just trying to learn
What's
what
up?
not to do. What not
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm about to commit some malpractice.
Oh
What's
man.
up?
Good. That's why it goes back to what you just
He
said
makes
about
an
doctors in
apology
Ohio.
video.
All right, that's
Damn.
hilarious. Hey, watch me screw this up.
Hold my beer.
Watch
All right.
this.
All right. I assume both of you guys are going to get this one. We can talk about it real quick, though. Burger King Thailand stuns diners with meatless burger filled with
Slices of American cheese. I did see this one.
20 slices of American
cheese.
cheese.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
block of
that'll
cheese.
stop you up too.
Yeah, that would be the challenge of like which one of us would go first after eating it.
Here's-
The real question is, so have you guys have seen it? It's not technically a grilled cheese,
No,
but is it?
no, it's not grilled. It's not grilled. It's,
It's
not
not
grilled. It's
grilled,
just a
but-
cheese.
Yeah, if it was melted, then you got the thick
He-
grilled cheese.
Here's
but-
my question: what condiments do you eat that with? Is that a ketchup, mayo, mustard gimmick, or is it?
Oh, I
Barbecue
think
Special sauce?
I gotta
Special sauce? Sweet and
maybe.
sour.
Sweet
sweet
and sour. I don't think.
Dude,
Bar-
barbecue sauce would be good with that, but I don't know. If
yeah. What's the
McDonald's
Zach
barbecue sauce
equivalent?
sucks.
You know, like
you're
McDonald's
right.
has
They put
bad
that-
barbecue.
They put that on the McRib. I will tell you, my son Brooks will have a cheese and mayonnaise sandwich. He will eat that. So maybe mayonnaise is.
are you
something
raising your
to put
kid
on
in
it.
the Great Depression?
You know what? It's just occasionally what he asks for, and you just try to please him.
You're
Yes.
back to work, Steve. Come on.
No. You know what? Unemployment was just a few months ago. I'm not taking any chances.
Sorry, boys, we don't have money for cheese tonight. It's hard tack again.
Steve had to downgrade his kids from Dunkaroos to Teddy Grahams. They're like, where's the frosting, asshole?
No frosting this
No.
year, boys.
No doubt, I was brand name. I'm like, good God. The only thing I didn't cut was my damn lawn service. I'm still uppity that way. I'm like, I ain't cutting my damn grass. We go.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so I just cut corners with the kids' food. They get what they get. They get what they get.
All right, last one. Fill in my gap. Ted Cruz proposes law that would allow citizens to know if their blank is spying on them. Ted Cruz proposes, I can't even say that damn word. Ted Cruz proposes law that would allow citizens to know if their blank is spying on them.
I want to say spouse, but I'm going
I
to
want-
go with company.
I'll go spouse then. It feels like spouse.
It feels like their company.
No, it is their air fryer.
What?
He has proposed a law to let you know if your air fryer is spying on you.
I love because I'm picturing this. It's like, honey, I think it beeped at me. It did not. I think it did. And like 2-3 weeks go by, and he's like, I just can't let this go. I am gonna, just to be sure, we're gonna try to make a law.
I
You
feel
know
like-
what? God bless Ted Cruz, but I'm like, damn, he that's not sane. That's just not sane.
If you brought this up pre-pandemic, people would be like, what the hell is an air fryer? Like, realistically, that was when I got it. I had one in a box for 2 years sitting
Oh, it's
outside, just
game-changing.
lugging
It will
around,
change-
moving. I was like, what the hell would I ever use this for?
You will never eat cold pizza the same or reheated pizza the same again. It's amazing. Game changing.
Yeah,
it's-
we have one, but we just don't use it.
Oh, do you guys have leftover pizza
Whoa.
ever?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
make fries in it, anything
anything.
frozen, slap that bad boy in there. Change your life.
Any appetizer from a Chinese restaurant?
Any appetizer for Chinese restaurant.
I'll have to tell Amanda we should pull it out. It's in our our closet. We have like a shelf and an organizer, a walk-in like closet pantry thing, and it's in there. But maybe we should put it out on the counter. You're right.
I
we
make
don't-
French fries in it, like homemade fries in it, and they're pretty good.
See, I
We
like
dehydrated jerky in ours.
Really.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right. That's real cool. I like limp. I don't mind it soft and limp, man. So I heat everything in the microwave, even though my wife's like, no, you got to heat it in the oven or eat it cold. I'm like, can't do it. I'm a microwaver. There you have it. I do want to say, this is death time. Susan Conrad, my cousin, cheers to her. I was in
Man.
Villa Rica for a funeral in Douglasville. She was born in 1954. My father adored her. She was a cool hippie chick. She loved NASCAR, got her ticket. She had the coolest sounding voice. Lost her battle with cancer. And, so I had to go to a funeral, but I got to see a lot of, cousins and people I just haven't seen in a minute, and brought the kids and Amanda, and it was fun, just to reunite. But the one thing I wanted to leave you with, is it odd or disrespectful when you're at a funeral and everybody has their moments? Her daughter would hug and cry. My mom was, the matriarch of the family.
Oh, yeah.
And she loved her Aunt Helen, my mother. And then they're showing the videos, and I sat there by myself just to watch the videos. I have my moments, but everybody jokes and talks around. And then you go to dinner afterwards, and everybody's still just having a good time and being joyous, but nobody was bringing up her. And I didn't know if that was disrespectful or not, but even her son was there, and he was joking around with his buddies. And I'm just like, I get it. You haven't seen people. Are you doing this because you don't know how to handle your emotions or what? I just don't know.
I don't think it's
every-
disrespectful, but it's weird.
I don't think either of that. I think it's normal. Everyone grieves their own way.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think anybody did anything wrong.
No.
For me, I do want to go hang out and joke around. I don't want it to be somber. If and when Brett dies at 56, I'm going to be cutting up, but I'm also going to be like cutting up about stories about him.
So how do you figure? You
That's
think
what I was
Brett goes
thinking.
first? Brett goes first. I go second. You
Oh,
go
yeah.
last,
Bro,
Evan?
I think that would, if I were a betting man, yeah, probably.
Look at that. All right. Next show 172. I want to know how you guys want to be buried, if you want to be buried, if you want to be cremated, where you want to be spread, or is there a cemetery you want to be in a casket, or be in an urn? Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
think about that.
I want to
because
be in an urn, but I don't want to be cremated. So you
Here's
guys
what
got to figure that out.
here's what else you got to do. I'm late to it, but
Big
you
urn.
need to do a will. You need to have your wishes down. Just as a
Oh, no.
selfish
I probably
man,
should do that. Is that a 30 thing?
that it's a-
No, that's really not until you have kids, but that's just not deal with probate court. Like, I don't have one currently. I just don't, not until I have a kid. Really, I don't think it's going to make a difference.
God, you're having enough sex. You should have triplets already. Jeez.
I mean, the real question we need to ask you, Steve, because I've got a mark right here. Has Amanda seen Smokey and the Bandit? Are we going week 1? No Smokey.
Week 1. And I brought it up, and I was harsh, and I did it in front of people. She avoided me, evaded me, however you want to put it. No Smokey. Week 1.
No.
There's a tally mark right there.
Yep. All right.
We better not get to week 10. Like, we need to set a limit
Yeah.
here.
We got. Let's in between episodes think about a punishment or some sort of course of
Yeah,
action.
Steve's
that we can
getting
help.
punished.
We got to
I
help
get
our
punished.
friend.
Or we do a live show, like you guys come in and we all sit down and make her watch the damn thing.
Wait, hang on. Whoa. Yeah, come on, show. We like put mics up. I'm kind of into that, actually. I am kind of into that.
By the
thinking
way,
Steve has to adopt a cat,
Whoa, what if? Hang on. Whoa. What if we did a?
like an old one.
What if we did a Yeah Come On show partnership with Cineprov, my comedy troupe?
now you're talking. I like
Steve's
that.
done it before, actually, way back in the day.
I did improv.
Yeah, no, you did it with this troupe. This was like
Oh.
years ago before I was a part of it.
Okay.
They ripped the Greenskeeper. It's a guy who wrote on Mystery Science Theater 3000. Guy's name is Larry. He's awesome.
I remember the one guy that was teaching there. I remember he was in a wheelchair. Is he still there?
Tommy Futch, great guy. No, this is a different thing. He's a Dad's Garage. Great guy though. That guy is
All right.
so cool.
I love him. Yeah, I did it. You're right.
Super funny.
I did it at Dad's Garage. That's right.
Yeah. No,
But
this is a little different.
right.
But
It was fun. I enjoyed it, man. It was good times. I definitely, had to put forth the effort and go. I mean, it was never convenient, put it that damn way.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, good show, gentlemen. This has been the Yet Come On Show podcast, show 171. As we give cheers to Evan turning 30, as we give cheers to Brett 34, who can't remember 30, and one Southside Steve who remembers everything. Can I get a yeah, come on?
Yeah, come on.